Hi there, and welcome to Tune In Yaya. Joni here today to bring you a restorative class for the channel. The last restorative class that I did, and the only other one that I did, was a little while back, and I got some good results from it, so I wanted to bring another one here for y'all. We're going to get started today, and I'm going to tell you to lay down completely on your back. We are starting in our Shavasana pose. So, laying flat on your back, we extend the arms out to the sides, the palms will face up, we extend the legs all the way out, and we allow the body to relax. So, go ahead and find your comfortable space, shaking out the shoulders, shaking out the hips, and allowing yourself to breathe deeply here. Allowing yourself to relax completely as the belly rises with each inhale and falls with each exhale. The theme for our class today is allowing ourselves to surrender to the awe, to the wonder around us. Surrender to the world as it is and seeing the beauty that is available. For instance, the beauty to be able to lie here for a short while with me and relax, right? Taking the time to breathe with your body and just allowing it to be still for a time. Appreciating this ability and awareness that you are working to cultivate, that you are working to build in your life, and having gratitude for your ability to do this. Go ahead and allow yourself to continue to breathe deeply here. As the breath deepens, allow the attention to draw inward. Allow for everything else to fade away. Breathing in and out through the nose. Slowly, we'll begin to bring ourselves out of our Shavasana by wiggling the fingers and the toes, rotating the hands and the feet clockwise and counterclockwise. We're going to bring the right knee into the belly, hugging it tight, and then rolling it around in one direction and the other. Then we're gently going to roll that right leg over to the left. Now here's going to be where we utilize our props, so make sure that they're handy and close by. That bolster will come on the left side of the body. And as we bring that leg over the side of the body, the leg will come to the top of the bolster. Now try to keep the shoulders on the mat and the arms outstretched to the side. We're going to allow the head to turn to the right shoulder, and the knee will come on top of that bolster. So you might need something to rest here, right? So allow yourself to find where is available, stacking 2 blocks underneath the bolster if needed, and then allowing that knee to come over, and then getting comfortable as you lay with the arms outstretched and the head turning to the right shoulder. Allow yourself to breathe deeply here, in and out through the nose. And once again, finding that stillness. Note that you can move in these poses as you need. If you want a little bit more depth, you can, if it feels like you've had space open up, you can remove the block and just take the bolster to the ground. You might even feel that you don't need a bolster, but a blanket can be underneath that right knee. Allow yourself to toy with what feels good today, just remembering to keep that upper body relaxed on the mat. So that when you get comfortable, once again, you can allow that attention to draw inward. And you can reconnect back with that theme of appreciating this time, right? Surrendering to wonder of how our bodies can stretch, and we can appreciate where we are in our practice. Slowly, we'll bring ourselves back. From here, we're going to roll over to that left side. So that left arm will come to rest underneath the left bicep. This may be a space where you choose to take a blanket underneath the head, right? And now we're resting on that left hip, and then that block or that bolster can come underneath that right knee. So now we're laying on the side with just a little bit more mindfulness into just relaxing into the side body, relaxing into the bolster, allowing yourself to notice what feels good, right? And to appreciate where we are in our practice. And once again, we'll come back to that breath. We'll find stillness where we are, allowing the attention to draw inward. And slowly, we'll begin to bring ourselves back, right? And we're going to transition now onto our stomachs. Now, this bolster can end up being something that you use, but be mindful that that's going to intensify this a great bit, right? So the first thing that we're going to do is roll over into our stomachs. Our right knee is still out to the side, as you can tell. And we can take this blanket underneath us here for comfort, if that feels good. So the right knee is up and out to the side, and we're working towards taking the front of those hips down to the mat. All right, just allow yourself to relax into this. And once again, we'll find that stillness. Breathing deeply and allowing the attention to draw inward. Slowly you'll begin to bring yourself back. And we'll begin to come all the way back to our backs so we can start this cycle on the opposite side. Allow yourself to transition first to the back, slowly rolling down or rolling over, lengthening out the legs, and first just pulling that left knee into the belly, hugging it tight. Then we'll transition or we'll move those props to the opposite side. Right? We'll take those arms to outstretch and we'll let that right hand pull that left knee over to the right side. Now be mindful that you might need a little more, right? You might need two blocks. You might find one side is a little less open than the other. So make sure that you're using the amount of props that you need so that way you can really allow yourself to be comfortable in this position. You know we're going to be here for a time, right? So we don't want to be uncomfortable during that time. We want to be relaxed. So that way our body has the chance to really open up more for us. So reach those arms out, looking over towards the left slightly, and allowing yourself to breathe deeply here. slowly we'll begin to bring ourselves back. And we'll begin the transition to the right side of our body. So remember that bolster is going to stay underneath the knee, but you might be able to gradually let it come all the way down, trying to keep the hips stacked. And that blanket can come underneath the head as we allow ourselves to come all the way over and relax once again. Slowly, we'll begin that transition once again. Remember, this time we're going to come all the way to our belly. The knee will go out to the side. So that left knee is still up and out to the side. We're working towards trying to take the front of those hips down to the mat. And you can take that blanket underneath the head if that feels good, crossing those forearms underneath you and allowing yourself to relax here. Coming back to the breath and once again allowing that attention to draw inward. slowly we'll begin to bring ourselves back once again. And we're going to begin to transition back to our back. Okay. And from here, we've got just a few more poses today. And then we will finish out again in Shavasana. We are going to do a pose called Banana Asana. Now, in this pose, we lay flat on our backs and we take our arms over our head and we try to grab our elbows. Now, that might not feel that comfortable for you, so you might want to grab the wrist instead. I would suggest starting with grabbing the left hand over the right wrist, and then if that feels available, go ahead and wrap the elbows. But just start with the left hand on the right wrist. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull our upper body to the left. So remember that left hand is grabbing onto the right wrist, and then we're pulling our upper body to the left. You want to make sure that the back of the shoulders are still on the mat, right? And that we're relaxed in the upper body. We don't feel tense here. From here, we're going to start walking those feet towards the left, right? Now, sometimes you might want to clasp the big toes together, or you might even consider crossing that right leg over the left here, depending on what feels good to you. But you want to keep those thighs, those legs, as close together as you can, as you walk as much over to the left as you can, making sure to keep the bottom or the back of those hips also on the mat, right? So test out what feels good for you. And allow yourself to get comfortable. And allow yourself to breathe deeply here. Okay? slowly we'll bring ourselves back. Right? Allowing yourself to come back to center, right? So first move yourself back to center, and then allow yourself to shake out a little here, right? Shaking out the shoulders, shaking out the hips, bending those knees and swaying from side to side for a moment if you need, right? Just allowing yourself to appreciate, surrender to the all around you, the awe of our body, the wonder of it being able to move and do things and stretch out the way that it is right now. And our ability to take the time to do this for ourselves, right? Lengthening the legs out again. We'll go to the opposite direction. Arms come above the head. Take the right wrist to grab onto the left. And then from here, take the body, first the upper body to the right, and then gently walk those legs over to meet. And once again, you'll allow yourself to find stillness, right? Breathing deeply. And allowing that attention to draw inward. Slowly, we'll begin to bring ourselves back to center. Bringing those hands down by the hips, shake out the whole body again. Maybe bring those knees up and let those knees sway from side to side. We have one more pose we're going to do before we come into our final Shavasana. And we're going to need a block for that, right? Now, there's going to be two options for you. You can set the block on that first level or that second level. You can even come up to that third level, but that's going to be for people that have a good bit of flexibility here. I have a lot of flexibility, and I still like coming to the second level for restorative practice. But toy with things as you're going to find what works best for you. So we're going to lay all the way down, and the block going to come to that first level first, underneath the back of those hips. This is a supported bridge. So you allow yourself to relax completely here, and we'll start our timer. Remember, you can come to that second level and just allow yourself to find space, find the breath, and allow that attention once again to draw inward, allowing everything else to fade away. As we near the end of this supported bridge pose, we'll bring the right knee up and in towards the belly. And then take it back down, taking the bottom of that right foot to the floor, bringing that left knee up and down. And we'll see if we can bring both knees up and lengthen those legs to the sky. Take the bottom of the feet and really press them up towards the sky. 2 more deep breaths here. And slowly bending those knees and taking one foot down at a time. From here, we'll gently press into the bottom of the feet, lifting those hips up and slowly coming all the way back to the ground and letting those knees sway from side to side. From here, we'll begin to lengthen those legs all the way out, allowing ourselves to come into our final Shavasana. From here, after we get our arms down by our hips, palms to face the sky, legs down, I want you to just allow the body to shake. So I'm going to count down from 10 as you just allow the body to shake. So Moving the hips and the shoulders, trying to stay relaxed as you shake it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allowing yourself to find stillness here. Allowing the belly to rise as you inhale, fall as you exhale. Allow the attention to draw inward. Slowly we'll begin to bring ourselves back, wiggling the fingers and the toes, rotating the hands and the feet, Bringing the knees up and letting them sway from side to side. We'll gently roll to the right side of the body. Once again, you can allow yourself to find stillness for a short while here. Taking your time. And when you're ready, gently bringing yourself up out of that sideline position. Bringing those hands together so we can finish our class together. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this restorative session.